If you never played golf before, then start right here with this video. We're going to be discussing the setup, foundation, and the basics that all great golfers build their swings upon. Most beginners do not struggle because they lack talent. They struggle because they do not do the little things correctly when setting up to the golf ball. Think of the setup like the foundation of a house. If the bottom and the foundation is not set correctly, everything atop of it is going to crumble and fall apart. In this video, we're going to be covering the 4 pillars that's going to help you build that foundation correctly. The grip, the stance, the posture, and the alignment. So the first part is going to be mastering how we put our hands on the golf club, which is the grip. It's the only connection we have to the club face and the control of the start line when hitting a golf ball. There's a few key pointers that we're going to be focusing on. First thing is, which part of our hands is the grip running through? It should be going through more of your fingertips. The top of the hand, which forms a V between your thumb and your index finger, needs to be pointing towards your trail shoulder. Now, most golfers have too weak of a grip. So when you put your left hand down in front of you, I want you to be able to see at least 3 knuckles in your lead hand. If you see 4 to 5 knuckles, your grip is probably too strong. If you see 1 knuckle, your hand is probably on too weak, and it's probably going through the meatier part of your hand. I really want you to fixate on having the club running through the fingertips, wrapping the top of the hand more on top, so that it's easy for the club to work up and down. That is the hinging mechanism, and that creates leverage in our golf swing for more power. On top of that, the grip pressure should not be too firm nor too soft. It should be just firm enough so that if someone was to pull on the golf club, it is not going to be caught out of your hands. So for the beginner golf grip, you're either going to have your right hand go right on top of that lead thumb in the hand. That's the baseball grip. However, eventually you're going to want to graduate out of that grip. So I would suggest just doing the interlock grip. All you need to do is have your index finger come off the club, do a rock-on symbol with your right hand, have the pinky and the index finger interlock, have the 3 fingers of your right hand go on top of the grip, and here's the biggest thing. Both the V in the left hand and the right hand are now going to match. So what I mean by that is the V in my right hand is not going to go too far on top, which is going to put my trail arm in a very awkward position, nor is it going to be too far underneath. I'm going to have it matching so that both hands are going to work with the same strength and in unison in the golf swing. Now let's move on to the second step. The second step is going to be how to address the golf ball. If there was an imaginary golf ball in front of me, all I want you to do is stand up straight and make sure your back is flat. There can be a little bit of rounding at the neck, but you're going to get into an athletic posture as if you were going to throw a baseball or shoot a free throw in front of you. Once you feel grounded, I want you to feel like you're bending down from the hips, almost if you had a kettlebell in your hand and you're allowing yourself to go into a deep squat in posture. You should feel dynamic, you should feel athletic, your arms should be hanging underneath your shoulder, and the golf club should be at a decent distance away from you. Now, how far away should you be standing away from the golf ball, and what are some tips and tricks that you can do for proper distance? You should almost feel like your arms are hanging underneath your shoulders. To check for distance, you can either drop the club down to the top of your left kneecap. If there's 1 or 2 inches above your left knee, you have proper distance. You can do another rock-on symbol between your groin and where the butt end of the club and the grip is. If you can have that proper distance away, then you're doing it correctly. Or you can grip the golf club with your new established grip, take your right hand off and let it swing back. If it swings away from the club, you're too far away from the golf ball. If you're too close to it and the right hand goes over where your initial hand placement is, then you know you're too close. If you put your right hand on and it returns to the exact initial position, that is your proper posture and that is your proper stance away from the ball. Now, let's talk about what most golfers have problems with. They tend to get a little bit unbalanced. They sometimes go to the toes, they sometimes go to the heels. When you're setting up, it is essential that your weight is 50-50 between heels to toe. So what you're going to do is you're going to grab an alignment stick from Home Depot and you're going to throw it on the ground. I want you to step on top of it through the middle of your feet where your arches are and pretend that your weight is 50-50 between toes to heels. If you're too far back in your heels, you can clearly see that I'm not going to be able to rotate efficiently. If I'm too top heavy over my toes, I'm not going to be able to rotate my body and my arms are going to get way too vertical in my backswing. So when we're setting up, we're dynamic. We have a little bit of bend in the legs. Our chest is slightly over the golf ball, but we're not doing it from the neck. We're doing it from the bending of the hips. Again, the kettlebell reference. Letting the kettlebell drop down, and that will get us in our proper bend in the initial setup position. Okay, so for the next step, we're gonna be talking about alignment. And this is a problem that actually most great players and more high caliber players struggle with also. What I want you to do is imagine yourself setting up to the golf ball like a railroad track. We have the inner track and we have the outer track. When we're addressing the ball, the inner track is going to represent where my stance and body line is, and the outer track is going to represent where my club head is relative to my target. So I know if my club face is square to my target and my stance is square, that's going to allow me to have a non-manipulated golf swing, and I can fire at my target. However, most golfers mess up their alignment by having their club face either pointing to the right or left of where they should be intending to send the golf ball, or they're going to have their body lines a little bit crooked. Most golfers who are picking up the sport tend to slice the golf ball, which means that you're going to be more left biased with your aiming pattern, and it's going to cause you to go over the top. Next, we're going to be talking about ball position. Where do we put the ball in our stance? When we're hitting driver, we're going to favor more the instep towards the forward part of our body. The whole point of this is we're trying to hit up on a driver, so we're going to put it more towards the left foot. When we go more into hybrids, 3-woods, 5-woods, we're going to scoot a little bit more towards the target and have it off the left part of our face. As we start to go down in the bag towards 7 irons, 6 irons, 8 irons, then we start going a little bit more towards the middle of our stance, and finally with wedges, it's going to be middle to maybe a hair back in your stance as we're going to be hitting more down into the golf shot. So just to simplify it, as you're hitting driver and 3-wood and longer clubs, favor the left side of your stance. If you're hitting irons, more wedges, that's going to be more in the middle of your stance with your ball position. And this is the mistake that many beginner golfers do not focus on, is they don't know how to set up with the proper ball position. So what you can do is, again, get an alignment stick, place it in the middle of your stance, place the golf ball in front of the alignment stick, and just make sure you shuffle your feet in accordance to where the proper ball position should be with what club you are hitting. Okay, so let's combine all these independent setup fundamentals and give you a process that you're going to do before every single golf ball that you hit. Grab an alignment stick and set it parallel to the target with the golf ball on the right side of the stick. You're going to step behind the ball and first put your right foot into the zone like I'm doing here. The club is going to stay in front of your sternum, and put your hands on placing them on correctly with the new grip that we just learned. You're then going to lower the club down, bending down from the hips, getting into your posture. You shouldn't be up straight like this, nor too bent over. Your body should be basically at the angle of what you're going to be initially setting up to the golf ball at. You're then going to invite your left foot into the zone, and you're going to start waddling your stance, going back and forth, and allowing the ball position to be consistent. This should allow you to be parallel to your target, bend in the correct posture, hands on the club correctly, and the proper distance away from the golf ball for you to make a dynamic motion and to swing the golf club correctly with baseline fundamentals that are not going to fall apart.